Church, we have a real problem. We don't talk about anger because unprocessed anger can make you sick. God actually gave us anger to protect us. We need it when something is unjust, wrong, or when a boundary is warranted. So let's start with the big elephant in the room. Anger is not a sin. It can't be, because Jesus is recorded repeatedly as having anger. The Bible says, in your anger, sin not, implying you're going to have anger, that it's actually okay. We just need to be responsible with it. We're also told to be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Again, not saying anger is a sin. It's actually teaching us emotional intelligence. We're not supposed to be reactive, but we are supposed to be responsive. Psalm 4:4, be angry and sin not, and ponder, be silent on your bed. Like literally God is teaching us, like ponder your anger, because it's trying to tell you something. He's teaching us constructive reflection rather than reactive impulse. That's emotional intelligence at its best. And when there's scriptures that warn us about anger, like don't let the sun go down on your anger, the anger it's actually referring to there is anger that we let simmer. The unprocessed anger, which is the anger I'm trying to address, because we need to process it. The psalmist is clear. When they kept silent, not expressing their anger, it made their bones waste away. Unprocessed emotions make us sick. This is why this is such a big problem, church. Why I talk about emotions so much. Because emotions aren't bad, they're signals. They carry wisdom that we're meant to listen to. Sometimes anger is telling you something is wrong and something needs to be done about it. Maybe a boundary is needed. Maybe you need to say something. Anger is also a stage of grief. And Christians who don't let themselves be angry because they think it's a sin get stuck in grief and it turns into depression. What I don't express, I suppress, and then I become depressed. When you are angry, your body releases cortisol, the stress hormone, and adrenaline, the active hormone, because it's trying to get you to do something. Kind of like Jesus who flipped the tables. Or, anger protects you if a bear is chasing you so you could run away or fight the bear. It has a purpose. Now, I'm not saying necessarily go and flip tables, but if there's no output or expression to that anger, all that stress and inflammation stays on the inside. It literally makes you sick. The biblical pattern, of course, aligns with what we've proven to be helpful in neuroscience. Pause, breathe, listen to anger, express it in a healthy way through healthy lament with God. And if wisdom tells you to speak the truth in love. In some ways, anger can actually be a form of love. If you get angry when you see oppression and injustice in this world, like that would be in alignment with God's heart. So name it before God, lament it before Him, bring it to therapy, bring it to a healthy relationship where you can process it and work through it so it doesn't suppress and rot the bone. We're not going to have reactive anger. We're not going to suppress and avoid our anger. We're going to respond to it in a healthy and godly way, which is God's design. And often underneath that anger, there's sadness and grief, which we never get to if we don't allow ourselves healthy lament and expression. Anger is a signal. We can listen to it.